Well, good morning, folks. Hey, the old fisherman back with you. We're on Lake Murray. Cloudy conditions. Hey, it's been bright, sunshiny for the last couple of days. We hadn't caught a lot of fish, but hopefully today's going to change. We're going to start off this morning with the 2-inch. People keep asking me what size. Well, there it is. 2-inch sandworm, new penny in color, and it says saltwater right there on it. 24 in a box, in a carton. Hey, they're about $9. They're not cheap. And they're real soft. I can tell you right off the bat, they're aggravating the fish with. They need to be a little tougher. But they're not. So, you know, it is what it is if they're biting it. Nobody don't give me none of these sandworms. I buy them. I done bought $100 worth or more than $100 worth over a period. And, hey, it is what it is. Well, we got a couple minnows. We're gonna put a minnow on a 64th jig head at the bottom, and I'm gonna put a sandworm at the top. I don't like to fish the same places over and over. I try to stagger and go to different places. Sometimes I don't catch nothing by doing that. But we moved to another part of the lake today, and it's an old brush out here. See if we can get on it. See if we can find it. Let's add a little farther. It looked like it was a few fish on there a while ago when I went over it. Let's get out here in position. Right there's a few crappies. What I think is crappies. They could be brim, but they're out there deep. It looks like it's going to rain any moment. You know, in the past, I've done pretty good in rainy days, so we'll see. We'll see. There might not be a thing here. Wishful thinking. I went over it with my other fish, found I've seen a couple, but there they are, right there. See them right there? Them look like crappies to me. Let's throw it out there and see. Lots of fish in there. Let's see if they'll bite. A lot of times in the morning when it's cloudy, they don't want to bite. It seems to me like they like it better when it's sunshiny. I don't know. And then sometimes they just the opposite. So, but there is a school of crappies in there. And they look to me like about 15 foot deep. We already got one. Oh, we had one. He come off. He's already up. He bumped at it. Them look like crappies. Probably hit that doggone minnow. Yeah, I don't think he hit the jig. Let's throw it back out. Already spooking. Them's crappies. Them jokers is already spooking. I don't understand. On a cloudy day, they're spooking. We have one bump. Now they're scared. I think sometimes it takes these crappies to get used to you on them, and they come back, and then you catch them. That's what I used to do so good. Just kind of hang in there, and they start biting. There's one. There's one playing with it right there. He hit it, but he didn't take it. And that's sandworm and a minnow. Hit it again. We got him that time. That's crappie. That's crappie. That, my friend, is a crappie and a good one. Yep, that's a good one. Guess what I got him on? That blame sandworm. Y'all bear with me. I got to get the net. I don't never have the net ready. I don't know what it is about me. I'm just ready to lose this crappie. Hit sandworm over the minnow. Y'all see it? Hit sandworm over the minnow. What are you doing? I tell you, buddy, they love that sandworm. I don't know what it is about it. He did not hit the minnow. I can tell you that much. Sandworm. You can see it in his mouth there. He took that sucker. I got to dig it out of his mouth. Look at that. See what I'm talking about? Sandworm. They love them things. And that little hook got him too, brother. It got him. He gets them up in the roof of that mouth, and they can't get rid of it. Number one crappie of the day. Pound, good pound. We'll take them like that all day long, folks. on a darn sandworm. I'm going to tell you, I think the sandworm's out fishing the minnow. That's what I think. They don't want to hit nothing. I think it takes patience, staying there a little bit longer to get them used to you fishing on them. And once they get used to you, oh, I bent my hook all up. That ain't good. I might break that off when I go to straighten it back up. I hope not. We'll have to retie, and I don't want to do that. Oh, Lord, I'm afraid it's going to break. Some of these hooks, you can't bend them around like that. I might be able to get by with this one. Straighten it out a little bit. Put that sandworm back on if we can find it. Wherever it went. But there it is on my leg, looking at me. That's a pretty thing, that sandworm. I like the new pity because it's kind of creamy colored. But you can't catch these. The ones I just bought are so soft you can't catch one fish on them. They're too soft. They need to be. I wish they made a real plug without the scent that looked like a sandworm that was tough. I believe that'd be the plug to have. I don't think the scent's got anything to do with it, but you never know. Let's get back out here. That took a while. Get a lid right. We're using a number, just a regular old split shot is what I'm using. A little tiny split shot. On that minnow, it ain't even alive now. These minnows ain't staying alive. That's the problem. Once they hit the water, they die, and just not appealing to them. They stay alive in that cool water, but once you put that sucker in that warm water, they die. Is what they do. I ain't too sure. I don't need two sandworms on, or a Gulp alive and a sandworm. But there's a pile of crappies out there. I'll put another minnow on. I ain't got but about 2 dozen minnows. I've been fishing with them minnows for the longest. They just ain't hitting them that great. Let's try it again. Get back on them. What we got is a steep bluff. In the fall of the year, a lot of times them crappies like a steep bluff bank next to a big deep channel. They like to hang up on brush and stuff on that deep bank. And you ain't got much of a brush out here. I found it. It ain't been long ago. I had never fished this. In fact, that might be the first crappie I've caught off of it. I was easing around with a fish finder and found it. But anyhow, let's see what we can do. You got to get right on the spot. And with this live scope, I got it set at 45 foot out. So when I start seeing it come on the right screen here, this is the boat right here on that slanted line where it comes up. That's your boat straight under you. And out here is 45 foot to the end of the screen is what I'm trying to say. So what we see out in front of us is where we're going to be fishing. We're going to throw on them. And as we ease up, you start seeing a few fish right there on that right. There you see that little brush sitting down there on the bottom? Well, them fish is hanging above it, right out there. And they way out yonder, 45 foot. Let's see if we can throw that far. Way out yonder. You can see them coming in the screen now at this point. Them's crappies too. Let's see if we can drop it down in them and catch. I don't see my jig all the time. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't worry about that. I know how I got it set up and where I'm throwing. You see them, they come in a little closer and closer. Well, we got a nutting already. Oh, I missed him. Doggone it. Pulled it right out of his mouth. He's running over there to it, the whole school of them is. Got a nutting. They run over to it and took it. That's what you want to see. Huh? They bite today. Cause it's overcast, I reckon. Hey, we got two. We got a brim and a crappie at the same time. Y'all see it? Look at that, ain't that something? A brim and a crappie at the same time, folks. The crappie's not that big, but he's a half pound. He's big enough to eat. Guess what I caught the crappie on? Sandworm. Brim on the minnow. Y'all see it? Crappie, that sandworm's out fishing the doggone minnow every time, just about, y'all. I'm telling you. Now, I bought me a box of red worms today, too. So we got red worms also. Anyhow, that sandworm's getting them today on this cloudy day. All right, let's throw it back out. Where the big girls lie. Let's get back on it. Get back a spot is our china now. See, we done got a little bit off of it. Let me pull the boat around a little bit. And out yonder, right out there is the fish. Okay, might not bite it now. There you go, got him. Got him. Oh my, got him. Nice one too, that's a good one. That is a big one. Unless I got two, that's a big one. That's the kind you read about. He's on that what? He's on the minnow. He's on the minnow, y'all. Look at that. Look at what a crappie. That is a monster slab. That, my friend, he bit the minnow. Look at that. Look at what a crappie. Hey, day. Look at there. Look at there. That crappie close to 2 pounds. I can't get it off. Them little hooks get them, buddy. They get them. Look at that. Look at that, what a slab. Now that, my friend, is about a 16-inch crappie. That, my friend, is a slab boost. What? Good day. That's kind of definitely read about the Slab magazine. Hit doggone. I had to cut my sandworm down now. I think them crappies like that sandworm full length. I had to cut it down because it tore it up. Get us another minnow. There's some big crappies out here. I laid in bed at night thinking where I need to go. I don't like to fish the same areas over and over. You got to give them a chance to reboot, build up with fish. You fish them over and over, they get too used to you. And I think we've been doing too much of that. Right out there, my friend, is where they are, right out there. That's what's so good about this live scope. But I'm gonna tell you, everybody say, well, live scope's cheating. Might be, but that don't make them bite it. Let me tell you how many times I can't catch them. But you can see it's a whole school of crappies. I mean, a bunch of them down in there. But they're moving down to the bottom now, see. They're getting spooky. We done caught too many of them. Caught a couple, now they're getting spooky. And that's what crappies do. They'll spook and they'll move around in schools. The whole school will move around. Most of the time, this time of year for sure. And they move down, they're spooky, but hopefully they'll come back and re-nest or regroup and get settled down, and then we get a nutting. That's what I hope. That's the way you got to fish crappies. Sometimes it takes a while, and we're not on them now. We off of them, and they're moving like crazy. Down. Try it again. Throw it out there. Well, there's a bunch of them out there to be caught. Whether we catch them, I don't know, because they already, you can tell, they're thinning out. They done got spooky. Real spooky. They're moving down at the bottom. But they ain't like they were. They ain't taking it like they was neither. You can't catch but a few and they get real spooky. They're looking at it right now. Not taking it. He's on it. He's on it. See that? Put it right on him and catch him. Another nice one. Another nice one. Got him on the sandworm. Got him on the sandworm. Look at him. Look at that, what a fish. Sandworm got him. Couldn't resist that darn sandworm, folks. I'm telling you, couldn't resist it. Hey, already done better than we had a hard time. We caught some fish yesterday. I'll have that video up probably by the time you see this one. Or I might mix this one with it. I don't know. That's a nice crappie right there. Old sandworm. Boy, you about tore it up though. Still workable. Hey, Mellow's still living. Starting to rain a little bit. That ought to be a good thing. I don't know. Okay, let's circle around and get back in position. I'll tell you, sometimes it takes little fronts coming through to make these fish go biting. If it's bright, sunshiny, and still, no fronts coming through, sometimes they just don't feed. This might be a day that they feed. Different weather. Throw back out there and catch it. Right out there. Okay? It ain't near as many. You notice they done spooked off. But it's still a couple. He's on it. See that? See, that's how you fool them. You drop it straight on them. See what he took. He ain't that big. It's crappie though. He took a minnow. See that? He took the minnow. I dropped it straight on him and he got used to it. You see it? And he took it. With a minnow. Try that again. It didn't take the sandworm. They like the sandworm there casting. I'm not too sure the sandworm's gonna work straight down. And I ain't got this one broke down. We done caught 2 fish on it and I keeps tearing up and I keep making it smaller. They might not take it good. All right, let's get back on this. See how it drops off real quick? Dropped out of the screen. Got to get back up here. We're basically fishing on the side of a drop. And that brush sitting on that drop at a perfect place for fall fishing. What I want to do is drop it straight down. About 20 foot and let it sit there. I ain't taking it. It's right in amongst them. They're getting real sensitive now and they don't want to bite. There he goes. Got him. See that? You gotta let it sit there before he'll take it. That's a monster. That's a monster. Oh my gosh, that's a monster. Oh, is he taking off? That's a big crappie right there. That's when you better have that line. You better have that line where the drag set right. That reel with the drag set right. That's a 1.5 pound crappie, y'all. Look at the size of that crappie. What? What did he hit? Sandworm. Y'all see it. Look at that sandworm in his face. He hit the darn sandworm. Why? Because they don't see sandworms much. They don't know what that is. But they know they want it. You see it? Look at a beautiful slab crappie on a beautiful day to be alive. Hey, we catching them, folks. This is good. We're doing good. We come to the right place at the right time today. You got to admit to that. Let's see if we can rehook this thing. If we can catch 4, that's 3 I caught on this worm. If I can catch 4 on it, it'd be worth it. Although they ain't cheap. They darn near 50 cents a piece. Is what they are. So, hey, if you want cheap, sandworms ain't for you. I still think if they'd make a jig like this sandworm with tougher rubber, I could still catch them. That scent Might make a difference though. I can't say it does, I can't say it don't. All I can say is they bite it. I can say that. And they bite a bit. That one's straight down, holding it on them. Let's get back out there. We done caught a nice mess of doggone crappies. Look in here. I'll show y'all this. Look in there. Huh? There's one whopper, one good, and 3 good sized ones, and 2 hand size, a little bit bigger than your hand size. And is what we caught. All right, folks, I had a phone call. Let's get back at it. Give them a little rest. We've been talking about 10 minutes on the phone. So now we're going to ease right back out here. And what we're going to do is we're going to fool these suckers. We ain't going to cast on them. We're going to drop straight on them. And if they spook down, they come back, they'll bite it. They're not real aggressive right now. So I'm thinking that's the key. There he goes though. We got him. Good one. He come up there and got it. Oh my, he's big one. Big one. Big one. Let's see what he's on. Big one. That's a big old crappie right there, folks. That is a slab boost. What? I mean big. See what he's on. He's on that dead blame minnow. He's on the minnow. Look at that, what a crappie. Look at that, what a crappie. Huh? Big old crappie come up and got that minnow. Look at the size of that crappie. That is a whopper on a minnow and a jig head. Look at that. You tell me, cameras ain't going. You tell me that ain't a big one. Oh, what's wrong with the camera up here? It quit working. Look at the size of that crappie. You tell me that ain't a big one. Great. Okay. What? A monster. We moved to another location. And windy over here. It might be a little shallow. Might not be nothing here but brim. I don't know. We're gonna give it a shot and see what we can do. Definitely shallow, 10-foot shallow in what I just fishing. But it's a few fish on it. Let's see what we can do. See if we can catch one of them. There's a few fish here. I see them roaming around. I don't know what kind they are. If they crappies or brim or what. Whatever it is ain't biting. It's spooky. There goes one. There goes one. See what he is. Big as a brim. Nice one. Big old brim. Look at that. On a minnow. He hit the minnow. Y'all see that? He hit the minnow. Oh my. Bluegill. Nice. Sacrificed the minnow for it. Let's see if we get nothing. I want them doggone crappies, what I want. I don't know enough with the water dropping enough deep brush like that. I need to find some somehow. And it takes time to look for, find them. There's a bunch of brim out here. Might be some crappies in here in the shallows. There's definitely some fish swimming around out in here. Let's stay just a little bit shallow. Like that right there. See what we can find. Move on out. Probably gonna have to put another sandworm on. They done about told this one slam up. It ain't but about a quarter the size that it's supposed to be. And they might not want it that little. Brim ought to take it though. You'd think. There's brim out there. Right out there. Might be some crappies right there. There might be some crappies right there. Them look like crappies right there, folks. I'm gonna put it on spot lock. I believe them's crappies. That's what I believe. I didn't quite get to them. Got to throw back out. Throw back out there. I believe them's crappies out there. Going right at them. There he goes. Got him. Them's crappies. Oh my, them's crappies. Crappies. Yep. On the minnow. Look at here, look at here. Old fisherman, look at here. Look at here, look at here. Another nice one. Another nice one. Caught him on the minnow though. I'm going to put a new sandworm on, I believe. Them's crappies out there, folks. Y'all see it? Beauty. Look at that. 12 inches. Alright. Let's put another minnow on there. Well, we're going to have to go buy minnows. Alright, let's throw it back out. Right out there. Definitely a school of crappies out there. They're moving around though. They moving around. I got off the school of them again. There he goes. There he goes. That's a brim. That's a brim. That is a good brim. On the minnow though. They ain't hitting that half sandworm. We're definitely gonna change. We're gonna put a whole worm on there. Take this thing here off. They ain't hitting this. They don't want that no more. This thing got some salt. Put another sandworm on there. I think them crappies, them bigger crappies, like the whole sandworm. That's what I think. Not the half one, the whole one. Try that. Put some minnow on there too. Alright. Like they're down deep right in there. Throw it out there. I might have to sit on top of them. It's too darn shallow to sit on top of them. They're gonna spook. They just ain't. There's one. There's one. It was in the brush. That's a good one. That's a good one. A big old crappie right there, folks. That's a nice one. That's the kind we read about on the sandworm in Crappie magazine. Right there. On the sandworm, I put a big sandworm on. I had the brush with the minnow, but the crappie hit the sandworm above the brush. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Look at that. Huh? What you talking about, people? What I'm talking about. Look at that. Huh? Another crappie. Sandworm. Look at that. A beauty. Oh Lord, that stupid camera ain't going. Oh Lord. What is wrong with my cameras? I thought it was rolling. This one's rolling. Got that one rolling now. What's wrong with it? Well, I have more camera issues. Dang, gone. Right, there's more crappies out there too. There's a brush out there though. You get hung up, you don't watch it. That's why they're there. They're right at the tip of a brush. They looking at it. They ain't taking it. They ain't taking it. They're looking at it. I got a whole drove of them. Look at that. There he is. Got him. Got him. Boy, it took forever that fish to bite that thing. Hey, day. Another crappie. Another crappie. Sandworm. The sandworm's killing the doggone crappies. Huh? Sandworm's killing them, folks. What I'm talking about, none of the sandworm, and the sandworm's producing right now. Broke my doggone line. Lord have mercy. That ain't good. Now we got to retie. Dad blame it. Got my sandworm down in there too. Come out of that sandworm. Look at that. A beauty. We got to retie. Ain't that something? Golly. Got to hate that. All right. Let's get back out there, folks. We're having a good day today. I tell you, it seems like overcast, rainy is the time to do it. Throw it back out. Get another. Fish looked at that thing, they looked at that thing, they looked at that thing. They didn't want to take it, but they finally took it. There he goes. Got him. They like it reeling. Got to reel it through them. That's a good one. Oh my, that's a big one. That's a big old crappie right there, folks. That's a big old crappie right there. Look at the size of that crappie. Sandworm got him. Sandworm got him. Look at that. Sandworm got him. Sure did. Slabs too, buddy. Slaboose. Slabooses. Look at that. Ain't that a beauty? All day long, that's a slab. Beautiful crappie. Boy, them some pretty crappies we catching today.